up, you guys? The Curious Owl here, and today I have my November 2023 TBR. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's do the wheel of D20. Let's talk about what that wheel is going to give us for this month, and let's see what else we got going on. We've got the wheel here. Let's see what we get. So we got spin number 1, which is going to be a gray book. So a book that has a gray cover, which I cannot find my sticky notes for the life of me. All right, and now on to spin number 2. We get LGBTQ IEP plus author or characters. Nice. Love it. So let's see what spin number 3 is. As Doug shakes my thing. Ooh, rant. Okay, so for this one, basically this means I have to do a review, whether rant, rave, whatever the case may be, basically, where I have to put 2 books that I would like to review on the board, basically, if you will. And whichever one the dice decide that I'm going to read, I'm going to then do a review video of it. So when I finish it, I will be doing a review of it. So keep your eyes peeled in November for an extra video that's going to be a review. And this cannot be anything that I'm already reading for, you know, N.K. Jemisin, for Zora, for Octavia, or any of the other like read-alongs or readathons I'm doing. This cannot be any of those books. Alright, so we're doing this on my office floor because I don't really want to go back upstairs right now. But we have got 2 books for gray. We've got The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, which is also my N.K. Jemisin read for the month of November. We are getting to the very end of the year, which means we're getting to the very end of the read-along, which is very exciting. But this is the first book in N.K. Jemisin's newest duology. And then we have Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. You can kind of see that the typing on this is a little bit more of a silver gray. And then you can see that there's like gray spots on the cover here. So Silver Nitrate is one of my recent releases that I would like to read from this year. Hello, Oscar. Would you like to say hello to everybody? What about you, Dougie? Oh, goodness. Licks for the camera. You guys got kisses. You guys get kisses. How sweet. You're so sweet. But can you get off of my... Get away from my board, please. So, either one of these I will be happy with. This one, though, is something I'm already reading in the month, so it would be nice to kind of just throw it on there, but let's see what we end up getting. And we got a 10. So, that does mean we're going to add on Silver Nitrate here. 1 to 10 basically is anything on the left side. 11 to 20 is anything on the right side. So, Silver Nitrate is going to get added to the month, which actually pretty much everything that I ended up picking was something off my new release shelf, which I'm very, very excited for. So we get to finally get through some of my new releases that I had for this year. Okay, so now we've got the LGBTQ IEP plus author or characters. Both of these authors are in that spectrum, but basically, we've got You Don't Have a Shot by Raquel Marie. Raquel Marie's other book, Ophelia After All, was one of my most favorite books of 2022. And this one, I do believe, is 2 girls with this one as well as Ophelia After All was. And then we have Venom and Val by Anna Marie McLemore and their partner, Elliot McLemore. Again, this is LGBTQ IEP+, because both of these authors are trans, and I do believe this does deal with either trans characters or at least, at the very least, non-binary. So let's see what we're going to get. With either of these I'd be happy with because they're both new releases, but I'm kind of rooting for this one because I loved Ophelia After All so much, but I also love Anna Marie McLemore, so let's see. And we got a 9. So that means we're going to put Venom and Val on the docket for this month, which again, very happy with. It's a fairly short book, but I've heard some really good things about this one. Okay, this one I am a little torn with, but here we go. So this is the rant one. Now I want to specifically review both of these books. R.F. Kuang, you guys know, Babel was my #1 favorite book of last year. Very excited for this one. I've heard amazing things about Yellowface. And you also know that one of my other favorite books from last year was Claire Legrand's book, Extasia. Absolutely loved it. This is the first book, though, in a new fantasy trilogy, which I've not read Claire Legrand's Furyborn series, but I have a very distinct feeling I'm gonna like it because I really like Claire's writing style overall. So let's see which one ends up winning. This one's gonna be a hard one because I would love to do either of these. And we got a 2, so all of the lower picks for this month, which is fine. They're not bad picks, they're just on the lower end. So Crown of Ivy and Glass is gonna get a rant review. Now this could be rant, this could be rave, it could be something. Just, I have to review this in the month of November. So keep your eyes peeled for a video on this sometime in the month. All right, so to quickly recap everything, we have got Silver Nitrate that has won the gray on the cover prompt. This is my signed edition of the book. I do also have the audiobook on hold for this, so hopefully we can get through this one a little quicker. It's a fairly short book. Most of Sylvia Moreno Garcia books are so. This one I think is still over 300 pages. I read The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, and I really liked it a lot, so I think I'm going to continue to enjoy this author. This is about 315 pages, so not too bad. Could probably get this done in like a day with the audiobook, depending on what my schedule looks like, depending on what I've got going on job-wise. Next, we have the LGBTQ IEP Plus authors or characters prompt, which was Venom and Vow by Anna Marie and Elliot Miclemore. Very excited for this one. Again, a very short book. Definitely feel like I'm going to like this, especially since I've always enjoyed Anna Marie Miclemore's work in the past. And finally, for the rant or rave review, depending on how this one goes, we have got A Crown of Ivy and Glass by Claire Legrand. Now, considering I loved Extasia last year, I do think I'm going to at least enjoy Claire Legrand's writing again. Whether or not I'm going to enjoy this series as much, I'm not sure, but this may also get me a little bit more hyped to then read Furyborn because I do have the entire series and I still have yet to read it. Okay, so moving on to reading clubs, reading groups, that kind of stuff. We've got Imago for the Octavia E. Butler read-along for the month of November. This is the third and final book in the Xenogenesis Lilith's Brood trilogy. Very excited for this, not gonna lie. Then for the N.K. Jemisin read-along, which I am hosting, like I said earlier, we are going to be reading The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, the first book in the Great Cities duology, I think is what it's called. And then for the Zora Neale Hurston read-along, which I can finally participate in again because I have access to this book, we've got Every Tongue Got to Confess, which I don't know anything about. But with that, those are the books I'm going to be reading. I only have 4 of them physically, and the rest are either ebook or audiobook that I will be getting through my library. So yeah. Not too shabby. I think this is definitely a much more manageable TBR considering how October I had a lot of things going on and a lot of things kind of fell through and I don't really know where my life is going at this point. So yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. If you'd like to check out my shop, it is down in the description as well at owlsnestapothecary.etsy.com, where you can check out all my spell candles, wax melts, my digital planners, all my spell bottles and jars and all that stuff. Go nuts, go ham, whatever you choose to. But that is in the description down below as well. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!